The following production of the Bang Cartoon Radio Hour contains fictional material used strictly for satirical and comedic purposes, and it should not be accepted as being factual, and all voices are impersonated.
Welcome! You!
Bang Cartoon Radio.
It's huge when it comes to learning a new guy's rear end.
Oh, stop it!
I know the National Football League.
What, please?
Sometimes they run and they smell like sex.
That's how we do it.
Bang Cartoon Radio.
Look here, things need to be done around here.
A lot of people have picked us to put in the NFC, and rightfully so.
Welcome to the Bang Cartoon Radio Hour.
I did my job. I showed up.
I know it.
And now, here's John and Tom.
Can anything else in the world go wrong for this football team? Good afternoon, everyone. What a beautiful Sunday, and we were treated to real football for the second week in a row. And how did our boys blow a 24-3 lead with 2 minutes to go in the halftime, go into overtime? Not only do they get 2 cracks at winning it. I don't know where to start on this one. I guess there are about 100 different things you can get on, but I will say this. I'm not going to sit here and rail on them. I thought they came out. I thought they played pretty darn good football.
Not only.
We were treated to some mighty fine football.
Who was that?
That is the post-game show for the Kansas City Chiefs. I can't remember what station I found that on, but that's what one of my fun things to do is that after the first round of games are over on Sunday is to go run around all these radio stations that broadcast live on the internet and listen to these clowns make excuses for their team that lost. Now, this guy obviously is a corn-fed Iowa boy. Listen to that guy. What a fine day for football.
Oh, my gosh.
But I guess when you're a Chiefs fan, the fact that you lose after blowing a 24-3 lead, at least our boys played hard.
Well, let me ask Herm Edwards. Herm Edwards, what do you got to do?
I got to try to do things to make it better.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to do?
I want to win games.
What do you got to do?
I got to create competition.
There you go.
That's how you do it. You got to win to play the game. I mean, you got to play to win the game.
You play to win the game.
That's right.
You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out.
Then retire.
Get out.
Well, they don't play to win in Dallas anymore, John.
No, they don't.
And you probably love it, you bastard.
Well, I'd love it a little bit more if we'd have played to win against Pittsburgh. But
yes,
they're a high-ranked defense for a reason, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty damn good, man.
Yeah, they beat us up physically.
Well, I tend to believe it was more about those the Redskins cheerleaders.
Well, see, they did affect Roethlisberger.
Well, listen to what Roethlisberger said about the Redskins cheerleaders.
I'm not a big fan of playing there because it is loud and they're really good at home and they try and make their cheerleaders stretch in our tunnel before we come out. It's just not good. It's a little bit of a distraction. It can be. Let's be truthful.
Okay, so the Redskins make the cheerleaders stretch in front of the tunnel they come out of, and he says that's a distraction.
Pig.
Look, if I'm Tomlin, I replace him with Leftwich too, just for that comment.
Immediately. I'd go in there and say, look, you're a fag. You're a fag. Rothless homo. Anyway, the thing is this, about the Redskins making their cheerleaders stretch. Look, if you can't handle that, dude, I mean, really,
right.
What would you rather? You're more acceptant and ready to have those big 300-pound dudes jump on you than you are to watch that girl bend over and show you her butt? Huh? Is that what you're thinking about? Stop showing me your butt. I'm thinking about those big guys over there.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. All right. Let's talk about the Giants for just a moment.
Just a moment. Do we have to?
Well, yeah. Well, we're not going to, but Jimmy and Terry are.
Oh, okay. Jimmy and Terry.
Jimmy and Terry.
Jimmy. I don't know, man. It's always just, is this me or is this everybody else out there too? But, once you get to be like above the age of 14, drop the me. You're just Jim at that point. It's not,
All right.
You're just Jimmy for the rest of your life. Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy is 6 years old eternally.
The difference is when you get on that field, Jimmy, it's a whole lot. You got to act. You got to be able to perform. And Johnson cannot perform. Yeah, and the talk about Brooks Bollinger going in, he's a third-teamer for a reason. He gets more sacks than Brad Johnson. He's terrible. And he's not going to play. They're going to take their lumps against, New York today.
He's what,
He's terrible.
He's terrible.
He's terrible. He's terrible there, Tom. Oh, man. He's terrible there.
You gotta be kidding me.
Because in the openings, when they do their warm-ups and stuff, he kept saying terrible, and Terry didn't understand him.
You're an idiot.
Right.
Oh, terrible. Oh, I get it.
Let's see. Bradshaw now is going to talk about Plaxico Burress. There's been the whole drama soap opera going on with Plaxico all year.
I think in watching that Plaxico interview that they had on Fox, I think that there's a fact. The more of a punk ass you are, the more you slur your words,
Is that right?
Yeah, the more you slow it down and slur your words, the bigger punk ass you are.
Yeah. Well, golly, I would say to a guy like Plaxico quickly, it's just that eventually football comes to an end, and your attitude will not transfer over into the business world. Nobody's going to hire you.
I don't think he's going to be in the business world. He's got a boatload of
but
business will be sitting at home.
By simply saying he's giving a lot of it back. I just think he's stupid.
Are you kidding?
This is in 1970 or 1982 when he retired, and you had to go work for Xerox.
Yeah,
selling copiers.
Well, golly.
He's terrible. Oh, golly.
He's terrible.
Right.
Yeah, golly.
Okay, so they had an interview with Plaxico Burress on the Fox Sports pregame show, and he's going to explain his personality for us, John.
Okay.
I'm not really trying to, please everybody. I'm sorry that I don't come across as a perfect, professional, on the outside or a role model. I'm sorry that I don't come across as, a chunky soup guy.
Oh!
I'm sorry I don't come across as somebody decent,
I'm sorry that I don't come across as, a chunky soup guy.
A chunky soup guy? What does that mean?
I think it means that if he's going to be a team player, he's got to knock out his middle tooth there, and then he can eat some chunky soup, and then he can be all buddy-buddy with Tom Coughlin.
Our beloved chunky soup-eating, injury-prone leader, Donovan McNabb.
See, that's who I thought he was taking a shot at McNabb.
Oh, well, he's taking a shot at Michael Strahan.
I'm not a chunky soup guy.
He's a Strahan shooter. I mean, he's a giant. I'm just trying not to get my personality. I don't mean, like when I tell Tom Coughlin to suck on my asshole, it's, a friendly suck on my asshole,
Well, golly.
Yeah, right.
I tell him, man, fuck you, white boy. I ain't coming to your damn meeting. It mean, yo, I'll catch up with you later.
Ooh, let me tighten up my tie a little bit on that one, folks.
Right.
That's all it means. It mean, yo.
Well, now
call me tomorrow.
He says the most important thing in his life is his young son, and here he says his son copies everything he does.
My son is my life. He does everything that I do. When I gargle my mouthwash, he's gargling. Oh, man, I got a human sponge walking around the house.
Gargling, yo. He be down there.
He's gargling.
He just like me. He do what I do. When I tell the coach to suck on my balls, he say, suck on my ball, Coach Coughlin.
Oh, that reminded me of Mike Valeni.
Michigan State.
Daddy, why you be goggling?
Oh, no. Let's see. Wait a minute. Here we go.
He's gargling.
Michigan State.
He's gargling.
Wait a minute.
His is very short.
Yeah, I know.
I don't gargle very long, yo. He's just a little boy. He ain't got long to be gargling.
Oh,
the first time I help him gargle, he damn near drown, yo. I'll be dumping the scope down his throat, and he be yelling, Daddy.
Jesus.
I say, you want to be like Daddy, yo? You got to have the fresh breath.
Right. Right.
Yeah. You can't be offensive when you yelling at the coach. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. So we both go into a bye week with a big fat loss, and we have 2 weeks of Dallas Washington week.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what though, I think we have a bit of a better time of it than you do because there's a lot more pressure on the Cowboys.
Oh yeah,
I do believe that the Redskins going into this bye week, even though they're going in with a loss at 6-3, have reason to be happy.
Yes,
and reason for optimism. Remember, this is like week 14 for us. 14 straight weeks of football. We've been playing since July 30th.